So we are going to have to figure this out all on my big girl self because there is no one. I'm just coming on because I'm like, I need to bead, right? So I'm going to scooch over, kind of get the laptop out of the way a little bit there. Hey! But then I have to keep doing this so I can see you. Hi, everyone. So oh, this lightning, boy, that can really make you look scary, can it? Like, wow. So funny. Yeah, so it's like 8 o'clock, California time. And I'm like, you know what? I really need to bead. I seriously need, I just need to weave. So I'm playing with the St. Patty's kit. Now, these are not the beads that come in it, but I cannot keep my hands off of these beads. Like, I am just loving these and feel that they need to be somehow incorporated with the ones that come in the kit. So I'm just going to bring you down to the table and we'll just see how this goes for giggles. All right, so hopefully that's going to be good stuff. I feel like it is. You know what? It's late at night, and we're just going to have fun, and we're going to go with whatever happens. So this is my Jewel Loom right here, and I have it in front of. You know what I could do though? Hold on. Let me refresh, and then I can see if people are asking questions. I think I can. I'm not sure. Maybe not. We'll have to see how that works because I have no idea. Oh, maybe that's Melanie. Are you really here? Very cool. Okay, so I'm just going to go with it. Alrighty. So yeah, so I've got my Jewel Loom and I just thought, you know what, I need to make something. It's driving me crazy. I'm just working so hard right now and I love it. I love serving my community, but I really just needed a moment to make this gorgeous St. Patty's Day bracelet. I haven't even had a chance to do that. So anyway, I am going to put the rod into the Jewel Loom. And so right now I have the Jewel Loom closest to my body. This part right here is closest to my body. And I've inserted the metal rod into that bottom hole. And now I'm just going to bring the loom up and pop the other end of the rod into the top hole there. Now you need to remember that the plastic is flexible. It's not bendable, okay? So don't force it. You should be able to achieve that stuff just like I did right now. If your loom seems really stiff, I know this is going to sound hysterical, but the truth of the matter is that if you warm it up, okay, we have found, because it does kind of make sense, right? The chemical process or what have you that makes plastic. We have found, like, if it's in a cold part of the country sometimes, it loses a little bit of its flex. So just keep that in mind. But it is an awesome loom, if I don't say so myself. All right, I'm going to turn it over. Hey, Jenny. And I'm going to get my hemp. I'm working with a 1 millimeter hemp. I love, love, love hemp from Hemptique. They are my favorite. I love them. I know them, so I can speak highly of them. So I'm just going to give it a nice little first knot and then a second knot here. And this is just around the back button. So let me see if I can bring that up. Just around that back button right there. And then I take the loom and I'm actually, you see how I'm holding it? Like almost like, I don't know, what would we hold that way? Like a sandwich? Maybe, yeah. So I'm gonna hold it. And then I have my hemp in the other hand. This is my right hand, by the way. And I'm going to lay it in the grooves. And then I'm going to flip the loom over. And then I just line it up as best as I can. I love how Kelly Dell actually has her jewel loom marked. And so, God bless her, that was so cute. I'm like always off a couple, but she had it marked so that when she lines it up, it's perfect. But I think you can eyeball it as well. And then I'm going to flip it over again. And I'm just bringing it around that other back button. And these are actually 5 millimeters, so I think we can get away with skipping 3 grooves. So I'm just going to count really quick. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then I'm going to bring this up to the top. So 1, 2, 3. Flip it over again. Wrap it around that back button. I've kind of gotten to the point after 20 years of being able to eyeball the grooves. So 1, 2, 3. And I am going to be using 3 beads across, so I'll need 4 warps. So it's 1 more warp than it is the beads that you're going to be weaving with. So there we go. It's funny working in this position, so I hope it looks okay. I'm looking at the monitor on my laptop and it looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to turn that around. And then I'm just going to wrap a little excess around that back button. The thing I love about hemp is that it's so sturdy that it just literally tucked itself in there. And so it gives me the freedom now to kind of tie all of this together without worrying about losing my warps. When you're working with the beading thread, it's a lot thinner, and so it's a little bit more, you just have to be a little bit more conscious, I guess. So we'll just give that 2 nice tugs there, and then I'm going to flip it back over. And now at this point, I'm going to take the rod out. And so I take my pointer finger, that's this guy right here, and no comments about my fingernail polish. I have literally been so busy, I have no time to go sit and get my nails done. But I promise I'm going to try this week. And so I'm holding that. And sometimes too, what I do, let me scooch in, is I actually use my body for this side, right? And I'm kind of sitting in a low chair. I'm going to stand up. So I've got this on my belly now, and I just pop that out. All right. Don't ever force it out. If you find that it doesn't want to come out in this direction, for instance, like if it didn't come out right now, I would have just turned the loom to reposition the tension, and then it should just come right out. Okay. So now look at this. See, even with the hemp, we get good warp. That's what I love about the Jewel Loom. Okay, so I am, like I said, so these are the charms, the St. Patty's charms, but they're so awesome. They're, you know, you could totally use these throughout the year. I love it because the girls made earrings, and so I totally want, look at their little, what did Trisha's hubby say? They're beer rings. I love that. So I need a little beer ring, and so there's a topper hat, there's the cross, the clover, the little horseshoe, the rainbow, and of course the pot of gold. So it's a super stinking cute little charm set, and then it also comes with the Kiss Me, I'm Irish button. And so I love, love, love all of that. You can paint these, you can color them in with pencils, you can use the vintage stains. So let's see, I'm going to start with, I'm probably going to end up needing 2 of these, but so we'll do that. So yeah, so I think, whoops, as they go flying across the room. So I'm just taking them off of their strands. Put my hand over that cut so they don't go flying. I guess I could have had this already done, but you know what? This is my reality this evening is that I am just doing the truth of it all, right? Nothing is pretty, nothing is pre-planned. It's just me needing to bead. Okay, so, and these beads are gorgeous. Look at that. Look how stinking gorgeous they are. All right, so if I need more, I'll be able to just reach over here and grab more. I do want to make sure that I'm in the screen, and I need to put my, oh my gosh, this big girl chair that my dad got me is like super awesome, but I'm like Lily Tomlin in it. It's so big. All right, so I am going to, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? There's a couple ways I could start here um, adding the thread. I'm just gonna tie the tail. I'm gonna go easy on myself tonight. And I want to center my project. That's always a really big thing that you want to make sure, because it's always good to have like equal amounts of warp on each end, so that when you go to do, you know, your closures and add your button, you have equal amounts of warp threads. So, hey Sue. Yeah, I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood, and I'm like, I need to weave. So, all right. Now, here we go. So, my jewel loom is in front of me, straight up and down. You certainly could work with it side to side. It doesn't matter. Whatever's most comfortable for you. I also tend to work from what I would refer to as the top being furthest away from me, down towards my body. Okay, some people will start at the bottom and they'll work their way up to the top, and seriously, you're going to get to the same place. So whatever's most comfortable for you is what you can do. So the needle and thread are in my left hand right now. This is my left hand. And I'm going to take the needle and thread and I'm going to come under the warps, and I'm going to transfer that to my right hand, which is right here. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up my beads. So I'm going to pick up one of those pretty green blue ones, and then one of these gorgeous lime beads that has the that gorgeous AB. It's not really an AB, it's more like a vitriol. Just so pretty. Oh, and these are gonna look, I was wondering if how these were gonna look. Okay, I'm loving it. So I've got those in there, and I'm taking the needle and thread, and I'm actually going on top of the warps and back through the beads. So this is going to be my first row. And I'm working with about 2 yards of Beadalon's Wildfire, the green. That's really a go-to color for me. So this time I'm going to pick up the opposite. So, and I'm just going to do a simple pattern. I'm not going to make things hard tonight. I usually don't ever make things hard. I'm really, I like people to have a good experience from the get-go. So I really do kind of teach from a place of simplicity, easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy, right? We don't need to make it difficult. Oh, this is going to be stunning. Let me bring it up to the camera. Let's see if I could get it up a little bit more. See how gorgeous those beads are? So stinking pretty. Okay. So again, I'm needle and thread are in my left hand, and coming under the warps, transferring the needle and thread to my right hand, and then I'm just picking up the beads. Yes, Melanie, they're so beautiful. And I'm loving these 2 colors together. I got a little too many things around here. Let me scooch that. Okay, and then I just am always checking my rows to make sure that the threads are nice and taut. And let's see, this time I'm this is going to be so delicious. I really enjoy working with a bigger, you know, one whole bead to make something quickly. I think it's one of the quickest ways, and these fire polish beads are just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're just very. I don't know that I've ever met a fire polish I didn't like. They're really, really pretty. Once you get your rhythm down, I believe that you can get these done in less than an hour. So, and again, this is a 5mm. I usually use 6s, but I got a sweet deal that I still need to share with my community. They're all really, Jules? So, yeah, look at this. It's going to be so, so stinking fun. All right, so I'm going to go back to might need to get a little more line on the situation here. Okay. Oh, I got a straggler over there. It's just so calming, you know, when you need to just like chill and do something other than all the things, all the things. Isn't that beautiful? Those are so, so pretty. It's gonna really, really shine once it's all done, so loving it. Okay, so again, needle and thread are in my left hand, coming under the warps. These are the warps. Transferring the needle and thread to my right hand, and now I'm gonna pick up my beads. So this time it's one of these gorgeous, got like a little blue AB going on there. And I'm just making sure that the needle is on top of the warps, and the way that you do that is you can actually see it gliding on top of your warp threads. Okay. Aw, thank you. It is really pretty, isn't it? I was just like, you know what? I really want to use this one lime. I guess it's fair to say that it's almost like a granny apple with that gorgeous, the trail. And then you got the ABs. I mean, it's almost looking like a Swarovski, you know, like the shimmer of all of that. It's really pretty. So it's fun to see. I know, Melanie, I'm not, well, yeah, it's late in Canada, right? You're East Coast, so I want to say that it's close to midnight. And Sue, I know you're Central, right? And Utah is, I don't know what time zone Utah is. Hi, Kathy. Oh, South Carolina. Look at everybody's up late tonight. I love it. Whoops. I'm so happily surprised that these two beads are looking good together. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was like, I just want that. And so I'm super pleased that it's actually looking really, really pretty together. So, okay. Well, yeah, when you're working with a long piece of beading thread, you just have to make sure your table is somewhat clean and you know, that it doesn't get caught on anything. But this is pretty long, so it wants to catch. Oh, 9:30 is not bad. I don't know what, it's 8:30 here. Nice. This is coming together really, really good. So, okay, so let's see. What's everybody beading this week? Making things? Who does the traditional corned beef and hash? One time a year? Anybody making that? I bought cabbage today, so I like to get a small head of cabbage, and then I cut it into what I would refer to as hamburger patties. So I cut the cabbage, you know, I have it in front of me, and then I cut it into like hamburger patties, and then I put it on a pan. I drizzle it with olive oil. Of course, you know, you can add your garlic. I'm like a garlic fiend. and then I put it in the oven at like 425, and I bake it, and it is absolutely yummy. So it's like little cabbage patties, and it gets, you know, it gets crispy, and it's so yummy. So yummy. So I got that. My mom bought a corned beef. I'm not a huge meat eater, but I will nibble on probably a piece or two. I know a lot of people. Oh, whoops. Oh, Reuben's. Is that a restaurant? Oh, or a sandwich. Let me bring this up to the camera. Oh, yummy. So pretty. So again, left hand, needle and thread under the warps, and still picking up beads. You could see how fast it goes though. I mean, when you're using, you know, the bigger beads. It was so fun doing the seed bead challenge with I guess I'm just always using a bigger bead. You know, I use 8/0s and 11/0s, but I don't typically make a seed bead pattern with 11/0s. That's just not what I've done. And so doing that project, that chevron pattern with Kelly at Off the Beaded Pattern, or out Off the Beaded Path, really challenged me, and I must say that I'm very much in love with that. But when you want to get something done quick, these bigger guys allow for that. So just all kinds of different looks that you can make on the Jewel Loom. It's really fun. That's what I've always loved about it. So let me tell you about what I keep looking for. Let's see, I don't know. It would probably be a little hard to see, but when you're pulling your thread, you know, if you don't pull just enough, you'll have like a little ribbon left out here, and then it's going to drive you crazy. So if you've been watching me, how I pull, and then I look, and then I push, it's a whole process. Um, and that's why I do that, is just to make sure that my sides are nice and clean. So let's see, where am I? Okay, this one. Nice. Oh, cool, Mel. Yeah, it's so funny that we get so excited about corned beef and cabbage once a year. Too fun. I am working with the Jewel Loom needle. That was another thing. I almost had to not use the Jewel Loom needle. Some of the 11-ohs, for some crazy reason, were having a hard time getting over the eye of the Jewel Loom needle, which I'm aware of because it is a bigger eye. But I was like, how? Because I tried. I had a number 10 here, I think. And, you know, the needle was all of that long. And, of course, you know, I like poked myself and bled, and I was like, how do people do this? But thank goodness it all worked out, and I was able to use my long Jewel Loom needles, because I'm so used to that now. I can't imagine having a smaller needle to have to work with, so it was funny. All right, so let's see here. It's coming right along. Aw, thanks, Tony. That's so sweet. Yeah, you know, I love, it's just so incredibly cool to wake up and see, you know, people from all over the world, what they're doing, what they're making with the loom. And I think that's truly been the biggest blessing in this whole thing for me, is to watch how people use the loom, and you know, what they're making and how it inspired them, and I love that. Okay. So what else is going on in everybody's day? I know my day, let's see, what did I do all day today? Oh my gosh, what didn't I do? I'm taking a super cool course for my e-commerce part of the business. So I'm like living in Google Analytics, which is like really fascinating. I like numbers, and so I'm very fascinated by how that works. Hey, Bonnie. And so I did that, and then I took a little break and I went to Whole Foods for groceries, which I totally thought that my bill was going to be like stupid, because everything's a little high right now. And it wasn't. She was like, that'll be $116, and I'm telling you, I thought it was going to be 200. And so thank you God for, I guess I was paying a little bit more attention to what I was buying. But But yeah, so that was good. That was good that all my play money didn't go to Whole Foods. Aw, happy birthday to your hubby, Tony. All right, whoops. Uh-oh, let's just make sure that's just the computer. Okay, everything just went dark. Hopefully that was just my computer and not being live. Okay, so what else did I do? I took Marlon Brando for a walk, my little Frenchie, and came back, ate some sushi, and finished putting some. So my monthly workshop members, part of the perk there is that they get access to some really awesome deals. And so I got an incredible deal on some 2-hole beads, and I have been trying to get them photographed and into a private collection. And so I did manage to do that as well today. So that was good news. They'll be happy tomorrow. It's really kind of funny that these are 5mm because they really look so close to 6s. It's not even funny, but they're definitely not. I'm just going to bring the tape measure in really quick here to see how far I got to go. So I have a 6-inch wrist, and yeah, I'm probably going to have to grab one of my other bracelets to kind of see where I'm at. I know that's obviously not going to fit me, but so I've got definitely some more rows to go. Let's see, where am I at? Focus. Okay. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous, Bonnie? So these are two different beads. And I love this hemp, I'm telling you. It really is so it keeps the warps really nice and straight, and it really gives a sturdiness to your bracelet. I really love that. This is the 1mm. I've got 1mm and the 0.5 both in the shop, and they're just beautiful. It's by Hemtique, so it's all sustainable, and they're a fabulous company. Okay, yeah, we still got a little way to go. Yeah, I think that's what's going on tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow I'm getting a much needed massage. I have managed to hurt re-injured my shoulder, my right shoulder, many moons ago when I lived in Wisconsin. I was taking my Rottweiler for a walk, and without any warning, she lunged, and I hit the pavement with no cush, like literally no nothing. My shoulder and the pavement hit, and I had to be rushed to the emergency room. I couldn't get my shirt off. I mean, it was terrible. And so sadly, I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know, maybe something set in, because man, my shoulder has not been happy over the last couple of days. So I'm getting a massage tomorrow. The green hemp is really nice. Never used it. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, and it's interesting how it all just kind of, it all just blends in. I'm going to grab one of my other bracelets so I can check the length and let's see. Like all I need is an example and I'm over here like, oh, what color should I grab? So let's see what we got. All right, so remember this one. This was the love cuff. So that's funny. This one is actually, so am I done? Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to put this on. This is really cool. Oh, still can't even get enough of this. Hi, Anita. Yeah, so interesting. Okay, so I think I must be done. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. So this is the awareness beaded cuff bracelet. And these are bicones. I did this on Jewelry Television a couple years ago. And that's funny, that one's shorter. Okay, am I gonna have a bracelet that's too big? Was I talking too much? Let's see. Well, I'm just gonna have to make my closure, I guess, a little, because my wrist is 6 inches, but usually I back it up about a half an inch to an inch because of the closure. So I'm definitely done. Definitely done. So what I'm gonna do now is my needle and thread are over here on my left hand, okay? And I'm going to turn the loom so that it's sideways, all right, in front of my body. And I'm gonna take the needle and thread and I'm literally gonna go back through that hole, but I'm going under the warps. And this is just a way that you can like make that last row or that first row kind of stay in place. So it's just a little something that I do. And now I'm going back through the top again. So it's like an under over. By the way, if your needle ever gets to the point where it feels really tight and it's not coming out with your hands, believe it or not, if you bring in your flat nose, again, it's just one of those, I don't know the scientific word, but like the pressure gets balanced out a little bit better and the chances of you breaking your needle are like super less. Now, I could if I wanted, I don't feel like it's completely necessary, but for giggles, I'll just show you, like if you wanted, you could take that extra thread and go back through. But in all honesty, this feels really, really good. If I've made a piece where I have all the loops, that's where sometimes I would go back through the base just to tighten it up. But this is really nice and taut. I don't feel like I have to, but for giggles, I'm going to. Because why not? We'll see how far I get. So again, optional step. It really just depends on, you know, the looseness of the beads or how you want it, the fluid of it to be, or not to be. But again, this going back through is completely optional. It is not required. It's just one of those, you know, like I have all this excess thread, so why not? We definitely do this like when we're making our rings, we go through. So we do have a big Thursday. Nile from Silver Silk, designer, owner of Silver Silk. We have a big show at 3 on St. Patty's Day. It's going to be live from his YouTube channel, and then of course we'll get it over here on the Jewel Loom one as well afterwards. But I made a loom for Nile for his Silver Silk product, and it's super cool. We made it very sturdy so that it will accommodate the Silver Silk product, the different gauges that are available. And yeah, I'm super excited about that. So that's this Thursday, St. Patrick's Day, on the Silver Silk YouTube channel, 3 o'clock. And then we'll bring it over to the Jewel Loom one once it's done. And that new loom is actually on the website now. So if you're a Silver Silk fan and you want to learn how to make weaved bracelets with your Silver Silk, you can go check out that new loom. So I had a lot of excess thread. This is very interesting. I started with 2 yards. I don't know why I have so much extra. But I do. And again, going through the whole entire base of this project is not necessary, but I had so much left over that I just decided to go ahead and do it. And obviously it's going to be extremely sturdy. Okay, now let's see what I want to do, because I'm got like this tiny little piece. I'm going to go under. Oopsie. Well, at least I thought I was. Okay, yep. I'm going to go under the warps, back through those holes. And this is just a little extra security for that top row, like we did on the bottom there. And boy, I'm really short. Okay, let's see for giggles if I can do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up I'm coming, see my needle here? I came back up to this second row, we'll call it. And I came out in between that first bead there and the second bead. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab onto, hopefully without losing my thread, it's very short. I'm gonna come under that warp. And I'm just trying to tie off so I can hide this knot. And it's gonna be challenging, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I might just put its little bottom through there first. Okay, I got it. And now at least that knot is hidden. My hope was to still have it on the needle so I could push it back, but there, I did it. So now the knot will be pulled to the back. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me see if there's any. No, okay. Cool beans. I don't see any questions. I'm going to secure my needle so I don't stab myself. And I'm going to, let's see, let's put these guys over here. I don't have where's my little bead tray? Let's see. I love these little bead-along storage containers. So cool. So I'm gonna scoop those up. Great way to store your stuff. Okay, and let me just make sure I'm in the camera right here. Okay, so we're done. I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to do a little hand. Yeah, let's see. And I love the flat nose because they act as, you know, another pair of. Okay, so we're going to turn that over. And when I cut my pieces off of the loom, I hold my loom because, and I like to make sure that there's a soft surface. All right. And the reason being is that you're going to cut the warps and then the loom's going to expand, and you don't want the glass beads to possibly break. So I'll do this little hand sandwich. Let's see. So you see how I have the beads in my hand there, right? And then I cup it. Okay. And then I'm going to there we go. Snip it off. Perfect. Let's see. Did it end up just being way too big? It might end up being a gift. Oh no, it's still good. All right, awesome. So let's see. Where was that one thread at? So this is that knot. So I'm just getting rid of the excess there. And I'm going to come over here and I just do, I don't have the technical knotty word for it, but I'm just doing like a looped knot where I take those two and then I just walk that knot as close to the beads as I can. And I do it really slow. Don't ever pull. Let's see, the whole table shakes. Don't ever pull too tight. Let me see. How do I want to word this? Your warps are all going up and down, right? And so when you're tying them, you could literally shift your entire piece if you tie them too tight. If you're just like not paying attention. So I'm always walking that knot down and I'm looking at it and I'm walking it, and then I'll pinch underneath here and then I'll grab and pull, and then I grab the other guy here, you know, and so I'm just really careful not to shift the warps and then get my piece all wonkadoodle. So, aw. That's awesome. Yes, I'm so grateful for Kelly. So incredibly grateful. So I'm doing, whoops. Okay, so I can see that I might have, what do I got? What do I got? Let me get my rod over here. I think I have to pull this down just a little. Okay, actually it's fine. Okay, so now I have those two. Those two are done. And then I'm going to go ahead. I've got to cut these guys. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this shorter end for the button because I want this to be close. So I'm going to thread or put the hemp through there. And over here, let's see. Okay, whoops. Now, I didn't do anything to my button, but you certainly could, even at this point, you know, come back and color the little, oh gosh, what are they, you guys? It's late. The clovers. You can, like I said, stain these, but anyway, I didn't pre-plan the wood parts. So what do I want to do? Do I want to do a, I think I'm just going to tie them because it's a little short here. So let's just see. I think I'm going to tie. So this is just a simple, and again, don't, you know, you want to keep everything nice and even, so don't, oh, this could be really fun because I think I'll end up trimming this and it'll be like a cute little green knot. Uh-oh, whoops, where'd it go? Come here, buddy. Okay, so until I know it's a go, I'm not gonna cut these shorter. So now what I want to do is I put it on my wrist and let's see, let me get in the camera here. I'm trying to do something that, you know, really should have a third hand, but that's okay. So I'm trying to determine how big of a loop. So I kind of sneak in here to see, and it's pretty typical. Okay, so I'm gonna tie these two guys together, or not tie them together, but I'm doing that little knot. And I'm gonna do that over here. Now you could definitely, if you wanted, you could use leather cord. We've made some gorgeous pieces with that. What I would say is be extremely careful when you are working with leather because it can, well, it can rip, and that will not be a happy day in paradise. So like, you know, you could literally pull too tight and your cord will rip. So you have to be very gentle when it comes to leather. All right, so right now I'm making the loop that my button has to go in. So I'm remembering, hopefully, how big that loop needed to be. And I do believe that that's about right. So I'm just going to try to get this a little more secure. Okay, let's see if that worked. So I have my loop, and I'm going to come over here. And I'll tighten everything up once I know that it's the right sizing, and trim all the, you know, the cords and stuff. But yeah, isn't that crazy? Look at that. How long have we been on? It says 53 minutes and we made a bracelet. Come on now. How cool is that? If you're making things for a boutique or craft fair, or, you know, this is the kind of item that you want to do, because a lot of value in a short period of time, and the beads are gorgeous. People are going to love that. So at this point, I could add, you know, some of the girls have added their charms. Let's see, let me bring this over here. So like if you wanted to do your, you know, your little cross, you could get a jump ring. You know, we got the hold my beer, you know. So if you wanted to add a little bling to it, you could add the charms. I loved how Trisha and Amber made earrings. I just thought that was super cute. But there's a lot of things that you could do. You could make a pair of earrings. You could add your little charms. You know, maybe you put this guy's kind of big. You could put the rainbow in the middle there if you wanted. And then let's see, maybe do something fun. But anyway, lots of good stuff. Let me see what's going on here. It's so hard with this. See, I want to look at you, but I can only see what you're doing over here. So, good thing things are clean. So it was nice to spend an hour with you in the middle of the evening here. One time I drank coffee like really late, and I was on like at 10 o'clock at night or something like that. I couldn't sleep. But thanks. Yes. You know what? Sometimes just easy peasy pumpkin squeezy, right? It doesn't always have to be like really hard stuff. And I think, I love these bracelets. The fact of the matter is that people are not going to see, really the back, right? So, like with the love cuff, that was a huge hit. That went viral. That was hysterical when I woke up to all those YouTube views. I think it's because I called it the love cuff. I wanted to call this one Pinch Me Patty. I thought that might be fun. But yeah, so easy peasy. There are a few of the kits, but there's oodles of fire polish if you want to mix it up. And by all means, this wasn't a sell. This was just a, hey, come hang out with me, because I needed to I needed to chill. So thank you for chilling with me. So yeah, I thought so too, Bonnie. Pinch me, Patty. Good stuff. Well, thank you. Happy birthday again to hubby. And what else is going on? Good. Thank you. I love all of these beautiful comments that you love the loom. It's so cool. So cool. I love that. I'll have to break out the I really need to finish my one boho piece on my small wisdom warrior. They're sitting over here. I've got so much work to do. I need a unicorn. But anyway, next time I'll have to use her, because that's a lot of fun too. So all right, I think my day's finally done. I think I can sleep well now that I came and sat with you and we beaded. But yeah, look at it. It's awesome, right? So pretty. And I'll clean up all these little things, but it's so adorable. I love this. And I love stacking. So like if you make any stringing pieces, these pieces are great to be married with stringing, so it looks good when you stack. I don't know if I have, let's see. Yeah. This is the awareness cuff. Do they match? They might match. This is, wait, that's a faux leather. I think I used a faux leather on the awareness. But, so it's just fun. I love like that whole look, where you put on a lot of bracelets. And of course your rings. Where's my rings? Hold on. We might as well just do it all. Hold on. Let's get the ring out. So now we have a proper jewel hand. We have a ring. We have two bracelets going on, right? Isn't it a lot of fun? There's just there's an essence about a woman that wears like, all those cuffs and everything. It's like very cool. Very stinking. I will say my final, I'm trying to hit 60, we might as well just do 60 minutes. What else can I tell you? And it looks like we're done because it looks like it stopped. All right, so I guess we're done. I don't know. It's like the ticker stopped. All right. I'm going to assume I am talking to just talking. Oh no, there, it's back. That is so weird. Okay, so the internet connection, the interwebs is saying that they're done. They're done. We're done with you, Jules. Time to go to bed. All right. So 20 seconds. Shall we just count? I don't know. What do you need? You need your Jewel Loom. You need your beads. Bye, Jenny. Okay, we'll just do a bye now. Bye, Tony. Bye, Jenny. Bye, Melanie. Bye. I know Sue was there. Bye, Bonnie. Who else? Bye, Anita. Bye. Sweet dreams, everybody. Sweet dream, Kathy from Carolina. And okay, I don't know if I got everybody, but we're done. We're done. Okay. Bye.